Hi everyone, it's Scott from Maths Logos. In this lesson, we're going to look at the lowest common multiple. So let's look at our first example. Find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 6. When it's talking about multiples, it's talking about the times tables of a given number. So the multiples of 4 are just the 4 times tables. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so on. And then the multiples of 6 would also be the 6 times tables. So 6, 12, 18, 24. 30, and so on. So when it says the lowest common multiple, it means we're looking for the smallest number that's in both lists. So if you notice, 24 is in both lists. This is what we call a common multiple, but it is not the lowest common multiple because 12 is also in both lists. So we can say that the lowest common multiple is 12. The next one says, find the lowest common multiple of 3 and 12. So again, we'll list out the multiples of 3, 6, 9, and 12. And if you notice, 12 is actually in the 3 times tables. 12 is a multiple of 3. If we list out the multiples of 12, we don't have to do too many. We can see that the lowest common multiple of 3 and 12 is 12. We'll just say the lowest common multiple is 12. Pause the video and give these 2 questions a go, and then your answers will be on screen in a second. Okay, your answers are on screen. You should have got a lowest common multiple of 35 for the first question and a lowest common multiple of 20 for the second. Our next example says find the lowest common multiple of 2, 3, and 5. So I'll start by listing out the multiples of 2. Give me a second to do that. Okay, so I've done that. And then I'll list out the multiples of 3. Give me a second to do that. And lastly, I'll do the multiples of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. What I then want to do is I want to look at both lists and see if I can find the lowest common multiple. So I want to be a little bit careful because 12 is common to both 2 and 3, but it isn't common to the 5 times tables. I need to keep looking, and I can see that 30 is common to all 3 lists. So we can say that the lowest common multiple is 30. Now, interestingly, in this case, the lowest common multiple is actually the product of my 3 numbers. What I mean by that is if I take 2, multiply it by 3, and then multiply that by 5, well, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. So in this case, the product of 2, 3, and 5 will be my lowest common multiple. And the reason for that is because 2, 3, and 5 are all different prime numbers. So if you ever find yourself with different prime numbers, then you can actually multiply them together to get your lowest common multiple. Pause the video and give this question a go, and then your answer will be on screen. So you should have got an answer of 36. If you're following along in our lesson booklets, you can now complete exercises 1 and 2. Let's look at our next example. The bus from Manchester to Birmingham leaves the station every 20 minutes, and the bus from Manchester to Newcastle leaves the station every 30 minutes. Both buses left the station at 9 a.m. When is the next time when they will leave the station together? So what I can start off by doing is listing out the times for the Manchester to Birmingham buses. And then beneath that, I'll list out the times for the Manchester to Newcastle buses. The Manchester to Birmingham bus left at 9 o'clock. And then it says that it leaves every 20 minutes after that. So Manchester to Birmingham leaves every 20 minutes. So the next time it would leave is 20 past 9, then 40 past 9, and then 20 minutes on to 9:40 would take me to 10 o'clock. And then I can check some of the Manchester to Newcastle buses. So it says that they leave every 30 minutes. So if the bus left at 9 o'clock, the next time would be 9:30. And then 30 minutes on to that would be 10 o'clock. So what I notice is that they both leave at 10 o'clock. They both left at 9 o'clock, but the next time that they leave together is at 10 o'clock. So I can go ahead and answer my question. When is the next time they leave the station together? And the answer is 10 a.m. Pause the video and give this question a go, and then we'll run through it. Okay, let's go through it. The train from London to Leeds leaves the station every 15 minutes, and the train from London to York leaves the station every 25 minutes. Both trains left the station at 11 a.m. When is the next time they leave the station together? So let's just list out London to Leeds. And we'll list some of the times for those trains. It's every 15 minutes, it tells us, and it starts at 11 a.m. So the first train that left at the same time as them was 11, and then it's every 15 minutes. So 11:15, 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock, 12:15, and we'll do one more, 12:30. And then we'll look at the London to York train, which leaves every 25 minutes. So London to York, and it left at 11 o'clock, and then every 25 minutes after that. So 11, and then 11:25, and then 11:50. And then we want to add 25 minutes to this. Well, if we add 10 minutes, that would take us to 12 o'clock, then we need to add another 15 minutes. That would take us to 12:15. And I can see that that time is common to both lists. So when's the next time they leave the station together? The answer would be 12:15 p.m. Our next example involves some calendar dates. Two teachers set homework at regular intervals. Dr. Bradley sets chemistry homework every 5 days, and Mr. White sets English homework every 9 days. Sarah received homework from both Dr. Bradley and Mr. White on the 14th of March. On what date will she next receive homework from both teachers? So let's look at Dr. Bradley to start with. And she sets homework every 5 days. So we'll list out the multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. And Mr. White sets homework every 9 days. So it says Mr. White is every 9 days. We'll list out the 9 times tables, the multiples of 9. So 9, 18, 27, 36, and 45. So I can see that their lowest common multiple is 45 days. And what that means is 45 days after the date that they both set homework initially will be the next time that they both set homework. Let's have a look at when they set homework previously. So it says Sarah received homework from both Dr. Bradley and Mr. White on the 14th of March. I want to take the 14th of March and I want to add on 45 days. So adding on 45 days is going to take me beyond March. I want to see how many days are there in March. So sometimes it's helpful to have a little mnemonic to remember. The one I use is 30 days. So I have September, April, June, and November, and all the rest have 31. So March has 31 days. So if we take the 31 days that are in March and subtract the 14 that have already been used up, 1 subtract 4 I can't do, so I'll exchange. 11 subtract 4 is 7, and 2 subtract 1 is 1. So there are 17 days left in March. We'll add on those 17 days, and that would take us to the 31st of March. And remember, we want to go 45 days. We'll see how many more days we need to go. So we'll take 45, we'll take away the 17 we've already used up, and I'll do that column subtraction really quickly. So that gives me 28 more days. I'll take the 31st of March, and then I'll add on 28 days. I'll just check which month I'm in after March. So it goes January, February, March, April. So I'm into April, and there are 30 days in April. So 28 days into April is okay, I can do that. That would take me to the 20th of April. So that's my answer. You can now give this question a go. Let's go through it. A swimming pool changes its cleaning filters on a regular schedule. The main filter is replaced every 6 days. The backup filter is replaced every 10 days. Both filters were replaced on the 5th of June. On what date will they next be replaced on the same day? So let's consider the main filter. And that's every 6 days. So I'll list out the 6 times tables, so the multiples of 6. Okay, and I'll stop there. And then we'll have a look at the backup filter. It's every 10 days, so 10, 20, 30. And I can see the lowest common multiple in the list is 30. And what that means is it will be replaced 30 days after the 5th of June. So we'll start at our 5th of June, and we will add on 30 days. We want to check how many days June has. Well, June has 30 days. I'd need 25 days to take me to the end of June, the 30th of June. And then we want to go 30 days from when the filters were both replaced. So from the 5th of June, and we've already went 25, so we need to go another 5 days. And that would take us to the 5th of July. If you're following along in our lesson booklets, now complete exercises 3 and 4. Thanks for watching this video, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you for watching.